did you go to college for animation?
So well, all right. So I went to the same school as this guy, Otis College of Art plus Design, which is they split off from
Otis Parsons.
Otis Parsons,
Yeah,
which Parsons knows people. They know that from fashion. They used to be in downtown LA, but then like literally the reason I went to it, it was slightly cheaper than CalArts, and it was right near where my parents lived. Mm-hmm. So I just stayed at home.
Oh, nice.
It was 5 minutes away, 5-minute drive.
Cool.
It's on the other side of LAX. Yep. Perfect. I lived in Manhattan Beach at the time, El Porto. Surfers.
Serendipity. Did you you went for animation, right?
Well,
no?
okay, they don't have animation. Okay. So Brian and I were the same. Well, he's much older than me. He's like 15 years older than me.
This is true.
20. So he wasn't there while I was there, but we both took the same major. It was digital media. Mm-hmm. Harry Mott.
Yes. Cool. And was there a lot of animation opportunities within?
No. Well, unless you're a 3D animator.
Okay.
You know what's weird? There's been a lot of 2D people now, so I would say more so now. But like at the time, I was the only one.
Yeah, you basically have to make it.
Yeah, he was the standard, the gold standard, because he'd actually had animated and he was there like years before. So that was the only thing I had like reference to.
They still show that video.
They do, really? Yeah. It's like his Samurai Jack cartoon.
So wait, at Otis they still show Brian's film to animation.
Yeah, my senior thesis film.
I don't think they show mine because I don't think I completed mine.
No, you didn't. But I remember, like, I actually went to her senior show because I remember when you were there, and like. She basically took a wall of a classroom and just filled it up with all these drawings. I've never seen anyone draw so much.
Oh, and I also I had no time because I planned everything poorly and I was still burning DVDs, and so I forced Tuna Bora, who's like an artist in animation now, or she sometimes does that. She was really nice, and I was like, "Please help me," and she pinned up that whole wall.
Yeah,
I didn't even.
Awesome. Yeah, because I mean, I saw your stuff. I'm
so bad.
I'm like, she draws. She's like, she draws a lot like John Kay. Like even at that time,
so
I was like,
at that
I could
point,
see the influence.
Yeah, so
very strongly and very well.
And the influence was pretty heavy on at that point because at that point I had already been working for John for 3 years.
Oh, you were working for John while you were in college?
Yeah, so
okay.
So that's what happened. Like my freshman year of college. I don't know how the other schools are, but at Otis, the first year you don't have a major. You kind of do a generalization of everything.
Okay.
So it's kind of smart because then you kind of like for people that don't know what they want to do, it gives you time to figure out what you want to do. For people that you do know what you do, it's a waste of time. I don't know, but
because like I figured out within that, it's like I can't work with my hands. Form in space, I failed.
Oh, no. I did. I think my project was I made a flying sperm machine.
It wasn't even that elaborate.
And it wasn't even 3D. I cut out foam and it was 2D.
I barely got through the cardboard cutout box.
Oh, man. I have a picture of me. Like, I used to hang out at LMU that was nearby Loyola Marymount. And I was hanging out. Yeah. I was hanging out at KXLU because all my friends were DJs there. And there's a picture of me asleep in one of the radio booths with glue in my hand and like a block. Like you build the little block wood block, and literally I'm just like asleep, like gluing. So I worked on that video game company my whole first year of college, so I never slept.
Okay.
I had a full-time job.
And then the next 3 years of college, you worked for Junkie.
Yeah, so my sophomore year, I was really getting into the blog scene. Uh-huh. This is, like a couple of years ago.
Last year.
I can't tell time. Yeah, no. And he had
a big blog.
Yeah, he had a big blog, and he was approachable. He like answered people. Yeah. So I was like, hey, would you want to do a talk at Otis? Because at that point I wasn't doing the video game company anymore because they fell under. So then I got a job in the office being Harry Mott's assistant, which was great because basically it involved me just categorizing his giant film collection of Chinese film.
Yeah, Harry Mott was the chair of digital media.
Yeah, and he gave me basically a pity job because I really needed a job. So basically I would go downstairs to the third floor, check out 10 DVDs of silent films and whatever artsy films that you watch at college, and I would watch them all day in the office.
That was your job?
Yeah, that was my job, and I'd do my homework, and sometimes I would do like a job task in the office I was supposed to do.
Nice. Nice.
But he
Great
encouraged,
video
he encouraged me to watch. Like I was, he was a big silent film like guy, and this is all jumping around. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, it's quite alright.
I grew up in El Segundo. There's a silent movie theater there, the Old Town Music Hall. So I always grew up watching silent comedy, which also, I guess, basically is also like cartoons. It's the same comedy.
I mean, every
like
good
cartoons are
cartoon
based off of
character is
those.
based on-
Well, it all also
Yeah.
stretches from vaudeville.
Yeah, exactly. So like I'm like the world's biggest Buster Keaton fan. It's some people might know if they know me online. I go to his grave every year, like a weirdo.
Oh, cute.
He's in
What do you do at his
He's
Forest
in
Lawn.
Burbank. Yeah, Forest Lawn.
Yeah.
I just take a picture and look sad in remembrance of him and how much I love him.
That's great.
I feel like had he been alive while I was alive, we would have been married. Or that's my dream.
Well, yeah. I mean, time travel is still possible in the future.
That's true.
Could happen.
That'd be great. Although he's much shorter than me. But I could give him little shoes
Did he
to
marry his
prop him
cousin,
up.
Or is that Charlie Chaplin?
No.
Somebody married their cousin.
A
Oh.
lot of people marry their cousins.
Yeah.
Definitely not Buster. Buster's no. He did have a bout with alcoholism though. Anyway, blah blah blah. What am I
lot of
doing?
people have.
Anyway, so like
Should I do the intro again, or are we good to go?
No.
All right.
Oh, there we
Yeah,
go.
let's
We're
go.
good.
So there was an intro, and then there was about 45 seconds to a minute of awkwardness. That will serve as our musical intro today, just us rambling about nothing. And now, here we are.